Good afternoon, guys. Rob Karapi here. Today I want to speak to you about assessments. You can't manage what you can't measure. So as a coach, if you don't have a proper assessment protocol in place, you're not going to be able to build the correct program around your client that gives them the results that they need. Starting with a proper assessment, you want to be able to first mentally assess them, right? I like to use the Braverman test. It's a quick test that takes somebody about 10 to 15 minutes. It kind of shows you what kind of mental makeup that person has. And that'll pretty much give you an idea of what type of coaching that they'll respond to. Everyone doesn't want the rah-rah guy in your face. Everyone doesn't want the technical guy with a clipboard sitting there spitting out words that they don't understand, right? So when you know the type of person that you're dealing with and how they can be coached correctly, it's a little bit easier for you to reach them. Also, you need to know what their motivation is, right? If you're dealing with an athlete, are they motivated by money? Are they motivated by fame? If you're dealing with someone who's looking to lose a little bit of weight, are they motivated by a wedding that they have to go to, a vacation? Maybe they just want to get back in the shape that they were in their high school days. And these things are very, very important in helping people reach their goals. After the mental assessment is conducted, I'll then move on to the physiological assessment. I'll start with a body fat scan. Body fat scans can tell you a lot depending on where somebody is holding body fat. For instance, if a male is holding a lot of body fat around the pectoral area, you'll know that they have decreased levels of testosterone. If someone has a high level of body fat around the obliques, you'll know that someone has a high insulin release to meals. And this will start to help you peel the onion away so that you'll know the proper questions to ask so that you can correctly help them, right? For athletes, I would recommend things like DEXA scans where you'd be able to see what their bone density is, especially important in mixed martial arts where a lot of guys are getting kicked repeatedly. So they need those very, very strong bones built up. Powerlifting is another example where you're going to need those strong bones to help you excel at your sport, right? VO2 max test is very important. Maximal aerobic power test, lactic threshold test, and maximum aerobic speed test should all be part of your physiological assessment so that you can design the correct zone that you need to train your client in so that they can get the optimum results that they desire. After that, I like to go into the physical assessments where I test for max strength, I test for strength endurance, anything else related to physical performance at that time. You want to know basically what their lifts are, if they're a power lifter or if they're a power sport athlete. You want to know how is their technique, if you have to work on technique. For someone who's looking to lose weight, it's also good to know if they have any experience in these areas because you're going to have to build a solid program using a lot of multi-joint movements that's going to use multiple muscles so that they can burn the most fat possible, right? After that, you're going to go into more assessments that are going to identify areas of compensation. You want to know if somebody has joint mobility, if somebody has muscular imbalances. For that, I recommend using a lot of functional range conditioning, putting them through controlled articular rotations to see how their joints are functioning so that you can build a program correctly around that as well. A lot of times a trainer will call you in, he'll have you run you through like a quick session, try to get you real tired, sit you down and try to sell you something. That is exactly what you do not want to do, especially as a young coach. As a young coach, you want to learn how to perform a correct assessment process so that you can build the proper program to actually help this person. A lot of these questionnaires that trainers give out, they're asking you, have you had any injuries? What's your diet like? Things like that. I can tell you from experience, I haven't had any major injuries, but when I went through a functional movement screening and a functional range conditioning assessment, I found out that I had many areas that needed to be corrected, right? So a lot of times, the person sitting in front of you, they don't even know what they need, and they don't even know exactly what's wrong with them. That's what the term assessment is really about, being able to diagnose that person so that you can build the correct program around them. If you're a coach who has a lot of people know you, they know who you are, you have to assume that they're coming to you because they want to use your service anyway. So taking the time and sitting down with them and building this proper foundation of an assessment is going to help you get the results that your client wants. And in the end, that's what we're about anyway, is results. Rob Karapi. Follow me on Instagram, Block Training, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day.